Hello everyone, welcome to a new video. Welcome to today's video. Today I just kind of wanted to quickly talk about just the new B patch that's coming out today, or actually as of 20 minutes ago it's live. This was something that was kind of expected. Everyone was complaining about how this patch was a little bit stale. Everything was reroll meta. Zeri was basically dominating. I mean, her and snipers, but in general, this is going to be a good thing for several different reasons, and I wanted to talk about them a little bit. So these are the patch notes, the B patch notes that came out today, in case you haven't heard. A good way to keep track of these things, if you're not like on Twitter or Blue Sky, is to like follow the competitive subreddit, the competitive TFT subreddit. That's pretty much like the best place to get news fairly quickly. Obviously, you can always count on YouTube and videos to kind of fill those gaps if you're not paying too much attention. So basically, this B patch reverts a lot of changes they did for the patch. Down here, you can see that like there's Draven's been reverted, Akali, Urgot, Vander, and Corki. I agree with all of these. I feel like they kind of killed Draven a little bit. I read on Reddit someone say like, wow, they allowed Draven to be a unit for like less than a week this whole set. And pretty much it does feel like that. He was definitely a very strong piece, and Conqueror's start was pretty strong. Honestly, like really strong actually. And I mean, they're taking that back down a little bit. It's still going to be fine, just not, don't feel like you have to always play Draven now if you get those units. The other thing that I'm kind of excited about is that they're buffing Enforcer, nerfing Sniper, buffing Sorcerer, and nerfing Watcher. So two of the most problematic things this patch so far were that everything had been nerfed. They had nerfed several, not just units, but also synergy buffs, which basically kind of like made everything B tier except snipers, and that was not okay. So I'm glad that they're taking these changes back and like adding a few more comps into the mix. I feel like the meta is going to be in a really good place now. For those of you who like were really excited about Zeri and Zeri Watcher and all those things, and I honestly feel like these nerfs aren't really going to hit her as much as it will feel like. I think it's actually going to be a better comp because not everyone's going to be contesting her anymore. So if you want to play Zeri and you get those pieces for Zeri Watcher, you can absolutely play her at her full extent now, because no one, I mean, maybe a couple people will be like slow to adapt because the patch notes, some people miss B patch notes. But so far, like the one game I've played, basically, even like for the past couple hours where these patch notes were announced, all three games I played, I was allowed to play Zeri for free, even though the nerfs hadn't been put through at the time. So yeah, what I'm trying to say here is that like you have the benefit that not everyone will be playing Zeri. So if you like playing her, you can actually play her now. And if you hated playing her, well, you actually have options now. So you can play Enforcer, you can play Sorcerer. Corki is probably going to bring Scrap back up. Urgot's actually going to be interesting. I am not sure what's going to happen because they nerfed both Urgot and also Unleash the Beast, which was making him really strong. Maybe he's like okay now. I don't know. It was kind of weird that they nerfed both things, but that was the case with a lot of the nerfs in the patch. They nerfed Visionary, Renata, and Singed instead of like one of those. They nerfed LeBlanc, Swain, and Sorcerers instead of like not just one of them. Kind of they over nerfed things is what I'm trying to say. But like, so this is going to bring more variety. This has been a really, really good set in that sense. So it felt really odd to have such a bad patch at this late into the set. Part of me, I don't know. I don't know what's happening, but it's definitely just a good thing overall that they're taking back some of these changes. Okay, so moving on to like what I think is going to be strong again. I already mentioned a couple of these, but definitely like Corki comps are going to come back a little bit. You're going to see more people playing Corki. So that involves like, Scrap, Artillerist. I can see Artillerist like flex comebacks since they're buffing both Urgot and Corki. So that might be something to like play if you're just getting a lot of like early Tristanas or something. Like, yeah, Artillerist was seriously getting behind Sniper these past few days. Then other things that I can think of, like obviously Urgot applies to both of those things as well. Artillerist. Experiment's gonna be, I don't know. With the nerfs to Sniper, it brings it down for sure. But Urgot buffs makes kind of like evens it out a little bit. I want to say that Experiment is still going to be a solid comp. Maybe not the best, but I don't know. I still feel like Snipers is going to be okay. We'll find out. Snipers is still going to be okay, and I feel like Zeri reroll is still going to be okay and also uncontested. Most likely, unless people discover that she's still broken. You know, have those things in mind that the meta changes very quickly in this game. Cool. So those are some things that you want to keep in mind as you keep playing. Friendly reminder, in case you missed all these patch notes, they are live as of the publication of this video. And that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Happy rolling and have a good one.